It's not just who you know and the heart-led leader. Duane is originally from Chicago, Illinois. He and his wife have lived the past 20 years in San Diego, California. Please give Duane a warm welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks so much. Thanks again for the introduction. I appreciate it. He mentioned Tommy Spalding. In fact, maybe down or a little down. Are we having a little interference with that one? You want? Oh, sorry. I don't think we need that one anymore. So yeah, there we go. You mentioned Tommy Spalding. In fact, quick little story. I've been speaking, as he mentioned, for about 20, 25 years now. Only twice in the history of those 20 years has my program ever been canceled, okay? The first one was on 9/11, obviously. I was in Washington, D.C. We were doing a big program, of course, and you can see why that got canceled. The second one was with your organization last year with Hurricane Irma. And actually, how many were supposed to be there last year at the one in Tampa, right? And I'll never forget, Beth and I were talking, Beth, back and forth, and, oh, Duane, I'm not really sure what we should do. And I said, you know what? The most important thing is make sure people take care of their families and their kids. And if you want me to be there, I'm happy to be there, but I totally understand. And long story short, I think Beth and decided as a group that the board of directors, they were going to cancel that meeting about a week before. And I remember she called me, Duane, oh, we really want to do your program, and I'm so concerned if we're canceling last minute, it's going to cost us more. What's your schedule? I said, Beth, don't worry about it. Help everyone get through the hurricane, take care of families, call me in 2 or 3 months. We'll look at a different date and we'll reschedule. So here we are, a year later, persistence pays off, right? We're not in Tampa, but having a great experience here. The other thing I want to mention is how many, backing up, the greatest compliment a speaker can have is, as you know, in your business and any kind of business, it's extremely competitive. You know, I've gotten to know a lot of folks here on this property. I went to a couple of the other properties, just talking to staff and learning what it's like to work there. And so there's competition, obviously, for joining in membership and so forth. I have a lot of competition for what I do, obviously. And the greatest compliment I always say is, you know, some speakers get up here and say how great their program is, or on their websites quotes. The greatest compliment is being invited back and so forth. So actually, let's go back 2 years. I was talking to Beth. I think it was Opal Sands was the hotel. How many were 2 years ago? I was actually with my business partner, Tommy Spalding. Okay, a couple hands going on. Let me see it real quick if you don't mind. So maybe about 10 of you, okay? So I had the opportunity to work with you folks 2 years ago, and thank you so much for the opportunity to be invited back, all right? Now, I think some of you have heard a little bit of an insight on what we're doing today. Maybe shout out a word or two. What have you heard so far, or what have you read? Something about bikes we're doing today. Okay, we'll talk about that here in a little bit. All right, anything else you've heard? Or they've kind of keep it kind of a mystery and so forth. All right, so I got a couple slides up here for you, and I apologize. They're actually filming this here today, and to have good quality, he wants it a little bit brighter in here, so that's why I'm not bringing it down. But this is a very interactive experience, so we don't have to spend a lot of time looking up on a slide like a traditional training. All right, but I do have a few opening slides here for you. This is the key thing today, is a very interactive experience. In fact, I'll be honest with you, this opening session of about 7-8 minutes is really the longest time you're going to be sitting down. Eventually, we're up in groups doing stuff in groups of 2, groups of 4, groups of 5, moving around. We have music playing. So unlike a traditional training like those who were 2 years ago, you're not going to get a workbook today. You don't have to take notes. It's very light. It's very fun. All right, very interactive experience. And with all of you here today, okay? Whoops, let me go back there. There's Tommy Spalding, good-looking guy, huh? He's looking really good mugshot he put up there. Those are his 2 books. The reason I reference them is, no, I'm not promoting his books or selling his books, but the reason why is there are some learning gems on team building. We're talking this week at my session, high-performance teams. How do you create a high-performance culture at your clubs and so forth? So there are a couple little gems, I call it bonus team gems, that I pull basically from that, for that training. And as he mentioned in my opening, Tommy's a keynote speaker. I took both of his books and made trainings out of them and so forth. So we're going to give you a little extra bonus material today, okay? We'll have a little bit of fun. It says, we don't have Wi-Fi, please talk to each other. So how many of you have a smartphone? Show of hand. All right? How many have kids that have too many smartphones, too many iPads, too many games, okay? You know, and they can't live or survive without them. We know we need those in the workplace, obviously, but this afternoon for a little bit is an opportunity to put those to the side and actually have some interaction, okay? And obviously that's what people do at your club. So I always like to joke with you, if you don't like talking to people or interacting, it's going to be a tough afternoon because it's a very fun, lighthearted day. So I love that little slide there, okay? All right, well, let's get it started here. Like I said, it's very interactive, as I promised. You've been sitting for about 3-4 minutes. Let's get you standing up real quick, all right? And I also know I've done so many trainings after lunch. Your belly gets a little full and heavy, so we got to keep the energy and light, okay? Here's what's going to happen. When I say go, I'll give you about 30 seconds. And we have a large room here, so when I say, like, grab a partner or grab a group, feel free to spread out. So what I'm going to tell you, this simple instruction is when I say grow, grab like almost like a little football huddle of like 4 or 5 people together and huddle out. Like make a little huddle there, a huddle here. Spread out in your group of 4 or 5. We got plenty of room in the back, okay? So please spread out, group of 4 or 5, and I'll tell you what to do next. So spread out, group of 4 or 5, little huddle. Just grab a partner. Yep. And spread out, and then I'll tell you what to do next. Here we go. There you go. Excellent job. Excellent job. Spread out. There you go. It's very simple, but it changes the energy, gets you up and moving. But actually, there's a reason why we do it. Because sometimes simple questions, you can learn things about people. So real quickly, some of you probably did some basic stuff, but what were some of the things you found in common with, yes, sir, shout it out.
The farthest he's ever traveled was Shanghai.
Shanghai, okay. How many other folks have actually traveled to Asia before? How many people have never traveled to Asia before? Oh, well, you got to go to Hong Kong someday. That's a crazy city. I've been there many times. Okay, well, what are some of the other things you found in common? Anyone else? Show of hands. Just raise your hand. Yes, right here.
I found a fellow that actually was born where I work.
Oh, my gosh. Cool. All right. All right. All right. Yes, back there, please. Oh, I couldn't hear that, but I heard wife involved. Oh, shall we? What was that?
He doesn't like his wife's cat.
Oh, good. Wife's cat. How many have a spouse, partner, or whatever that have a pet that you're just not your favorite fan? I'm lucky. My wife and I have a dog, so we don't have any cats. I don't have anything against cats, but I know sometimes, to your point, you have that fuzzy creature, and it's the spouse's or vice versa's favorite, right? How about 2 or 3 more? Anything else you found in common? What else? Did you?
We all like sushi.
All like sushi, okay. I don't know if that's on the menu the next couple days. We got good. I'm in San Diego. We got good sushi, okay. Anything else?
None of us were from Florida.
None of you were from Florida. What were a couple of the states? You didn't ask that question, right? All right. Did anyone ask kind of a little bit more of what I call a deeper, like kind of a risky question, or did you kind of play it safe? All right. You played it safe? Yeah. I'll share one funny story, obviously. It came up with a group. I think it was a pharmaceutical group, actually, and they asked the whole underwear question, you know, boxers or briefs. And then one person goes, I'm going commando today. Like, oh, that's too much information. Too much. Is that a hand up over there? No? Okay, you're good? All right. So it's a fun exercise, you know, and a lot of times on Monday morning at your clubs, you got the coffee going and your team meeting. It's a fun little exercise you can do with folks. It's amazing how many, I did it one time in Boston with folks that have like cubicles. And there was a couple employees who'd been there like 15, 20 years, like literally one cubicle over. They walk by each other every single day and asking some different questions. They go, I never knew that about you, or I never knew you were in that musical or in that Broadway show or whatever it may be. So please take these little gems with you when you go back, okay? So let's keep going here on the relationship building, all right? I want to tell you a quick story, and some of you may remember this from 2 years ago. Because it's really kind of the consensus of what we're talking about here today with people and relationships. And Tommy told this story, and I will paraphrase, okay? He's from Denver, Colorado. By the way, I met him in this organization called Up With People about 25 years ago. Everyone remember Up With People? Before the Michael Jacksons of the world, they used to do the halftime Super Bowl show. It was like a leadership, cross-cultural program. We stayed with host families and travel around the world. That's where I met Tommy. But he told a story I'll never forget about his country club in Denver. And we're all golfers in here, right? So you know about Cherry Creek Country Club, obviously, U.S. Open and so forth. It's not that club. But as he began to tell this story, he kind of leaned forward. He looked over there. He's looking around. And everyone's looking at him like, what are you doing? And he goes, I just have to make sure my general manager of my club is not in here right now, right? Kind of have a little fun. And he goes, I'll be honest with you. We pay a lot of money to join my club, but like the facilities are very average. They're very old, all right? But here's the kicker. Even though they're not the best quality, it's the hardest club to get into in Denver, longest wait list, and people really love it. And the crowd was just dumbfounded. They're like, why is that? It's because the people there, all right? It's because of what this key word in his book, it's about these authentic relationships. And if you want to build a great team or a great culture at your club, you have to have these relationships. And what I've noticed is, obviously the clubs I went to, you do have phenomenal facilities, beautiful. So if you can also add in these relationships, and I was telling Matt Lambert, I had a chance yesterday, just walk the property. And I asked a simple question. I went to the tennis center, I went to the golf pro shop, different parts of the property, just asking a simple question. Why do you work here? And they said it's all about the culture. I love the people. In fact, Bobby is back there. I hope he doesn't mind me sharing his story. I said, why do you work here? And he told me his story. It was so inspiring. He started 10 years ago out there in valet, parking cars, and worked his way up. But he said, working with Matt and working together and him supporting me and believing in me and opportunities, people just love the culture. So as we go through this day, I hope that you're encouraged to keep thinking about the people and this culture and what we're building. Okay, so authentic relationships, another way we phrase it is this: make meaningful connections. How do we connect with our internal employees, with the members that come and so forth? People's time is so valuable, right? That they could spend time anywhere. And I guess the greatest compliment to you at your club is on their Saturday or Sunday when they could be off at home relaxing, do they want to come to your club because of this meaningful experience? And that's really what we're trying to create today, okay? All right, so we got another exercise for you here. Another opportunity. This is called grab a partner, okay? Instead of 5, this time it's 2. Now here's my challenge to you. When I do this exercise, it's easy to pick the person, like Skip could pick Rob, because it's convenient for you, right? But maybe walk 5 feet over here and pick somebody else, right? So when I say go, you're going to spread out, partnership of 2, standing up, and then I'm going to give you a question or 2. So more importantly, meet somebody differently, okay? Please stand up, grab a partner, okay? And spread out, spread out. Spread out with your partner, and then I'm going to give you a question, all right? We got lots of room in the back, lots of room in the back. Please spread out. Go ahead and spread out, go ahead and spread out. That's good, looking good, all right? Once you have your partner, all eyes up here, okay? We got a partner? Everyone got a partner? I think that gentleman back there, wave your hand, sir, you need a partner? Okay, right over here? There we go, right there. Everyone got a partner? All right, here we go. All eyes up here, please. Now, one of the things I want to teach you really quick, and I know there's a lot of men here today, and we are really good at this. Some of you may remember this from last time, 2 years ago, so don't shout the answer. Acronym up there called NSW in regards to communication. If you didn't go to that seminar 2 years ago, who thinks what NSW stands for by chance? Not suitable for work. That's a good one. I like that. Okay. All right. In regards to communication, what else do you think? Men are really good at this. How we talk when we meet somebody for the first time. News, sports, weather, right? News, sports, weather. Yes. And you know what? When you're building relationships, it's very important to kind of get the conversation going. But remember, back to authentic relationships, if all you're talking about is the news and the sports or the weather, you don't kind of grow that team culture, all right? So going to give you an opportunity with your partner today and to learn from each other, maybe with some different questions. They're all safe questions, but fun questions, right? So look up here on the screen. Got 2 questions for your partnership, all right? If I could have a conversation with anyone past or present, it would be, someday I hope to. Finish that sentence. 2 simple questions. However, it's interesting how they answer that first question probably tells you a lot about their personality, probably tells you a lot about what they do outside of their job, okay? So, and the someday I hope to, you can decide how you answer that. You can be a little more vulnerable, you can play it safe, that's totally up to you. But it gives you a lot more information into the human being right in front of you. Here's how this works. I'm going to give you about 2 minutes. I'm going to give you about 60 seconds. 1 partner talk, 1 listen, and I'll say switch. 2 minutes total. 1 person start. Please begin. You got 2 questions. Go. In the next 15 seconds, switch. In the next 15 seconds, switch with your partner, okay? Keep going. And please go ahead and pause right where you're at. Go ahead and pause. All eyes up here, please. Good job, good job. All right, here's what we're going to do next. Now, we can learn a lot from each other, like I say, sharing these learning gems today. So we have a couple opportunities. If you want to raise your hand, there's two ways to do it. You could literally introduce your partner and say one or two responses, or you can say it for yourself, all right? But we can kind of learn from each other. So I'm looking for a little audience participation here to either introduce your partner or just share what you talked about. Either way, there's no right or wrong way to do it. So how about a show of hands what you just shared with your partner? How about a couple real quick? Yep, Beth.
I want to own a chicken farm.
Okay, chicken farm, all right. It's all about, anyone else in this room want to own a chicken farm? You need some good land to do that too, right? Okay, right here, sir.
Denise has a real passion for animals and having a rescue center when she gets done with her club management.
Okay, all right. Well, we can hook her up with Beth because she's got the chickens and stuff going. Hey, all right. Okay, this is good. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Just show, yeah.
Pam and I actually had the same response for the first question.
Yep.
And,
Literally. Wow. And what was that?
well, it was her mother and then my mother, because our mothers have passed away.
Okay, to have like another conversation with a loved one, maybe by chance. Okay, awesome, awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Someone else is yes, right here.
Brett and I had the same for our first one. We would like to speak to our fathers, which both of our fathers died 15 years ago.
A month apart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay, good. All right. Thanks for sharing that. Okay, someone else. How about a couple more? Then we have a different question for you. A couple more. What else? Yes, right here, sir.
Valentine would like to take a cruise on a yacht around the world and through Europe.
Okay. You got a time frame on that? Like next 3, 5, 10 years? Or is it down the road ways?
Tomorrow?
Yeah. You just need another pay raise, right? I'll talk to you. Okay. All right. Yes, right here, please.
Caroline would like to meet Condoleezza Rice for all the amazing things that she's done. And someday she would hope to take her CCM exam.
Okay. All right. Excellent. That's good. Okay. How about one or two more? How about someone in the back over there, back of the room over there, looking for one or two? Show of hands. Anybody? Oh, yes. Way over here, sir.
We both had historical things come to mind. He wanted to meet Eisenhower.
Okay.
George Washington.
Okay, excellent. So I'm guessing both of you are probably history buffs. Is that safe to say? Isn't it amazing how one simple question, I can learn a lot about them? So we're going to do another rotation here, but notice the difference. And once again, I keep saying this over and over again. When you ask different questions, they're not super vulnerable, but there's a big difference between this, talking about the hurricane, the weather, who's going to win the Ryder Cup next week. That's fun, right? But this is how you really build your team and culture with really cool questions. Okay, here's how it works. When I say go, you're going to rotate. You're going to grab a different partner. Once again, if it's your best friend that you've been talking to for the last hour or 2 days, walk 10 feet there, grab a different partner. So different partner and different questions. So please go grab that partner, please. Go ahead. Switch. Grab a partner, and I got different questions for you. Grab a partner. We all set? All right. Looks like you got your partners. Okay, here we go, here we go. Good job. All eyes up here. Next set of questions, all right? The one skill I could teach you, in parentheses, very important, non-business. I love this question because the reason why is you're going to learn a lot about someone's hobby or something you probably never do about. I call it the Saturday or Sunday question, usually what do they do with their time. So have fun with that one. The key contribution I hope to leave with my team, my club, my family, or community is 2 different kinds of questions to learn about your partner. You know how it works. You have about 2 minutes. One person shares for a minute, and then I'll tell you to switch. Have fun. Please begin. Go. All right? In the next 15 seconds, switch. Your other partner starts sharing those 2 questions. Switch. Please take 15 more seconds to wrap up with your partner. 15 more seconds. And please go ahead and pause right where you're at. Go ahead and pause, and all eyes up here. I know a lot of these questions you could keep talking, but as I promised, we keep things short and keep it moving. But you know how this works. Show of hands if you want to either introduce your partner or share what you talked about. We're looking for a few around the room. So real quick, what you just shared with your partner. Looking for a few hands. Looking for a few hands. Want real quick what you just talked about. Those 2 right here, sir. Skip, yeah.
Winston is going to teach me how to do a cartwheel.
Oh. Wow, cool. Is that happening in this training class or like later this week? Okay. Okay. All right. This is a training class, but I didn't know cartwheels were involved. Hey, I like it though. Okay, so you're a gymnastics background? Is that okay? Cool. Did everyone know? How many people knew that she had a gymnastics background? Probably not. Okay, one person. One person out of 110. Okay. See, we learn about each other. Okay, a couple more, real quick. Yes, sir.
Kevin's an excellent cook. He can teach us how to cook.
Okay. Any particular ethnic food from a part of the world, or just You're good at everything. Barbecue, burgers, chicken salad, pasta. Man, you could get a job here. That's a valuable skill to have. All right, a couple more people. Yeah, back there, please. Ooh, wow. I live in San Diego, and we like our... Can the gentleman back there, now can you make it with different spices is the $1 million question. Hot, medium? Oh yeah, okay. Because that's how we eat it in San Diego. We like it a little spicy. All right? All right? Couple more. A couple more who shared about the last question, please. Key contribution you want to leave. That's a very powerful question. Yes, sir. Yes.
Well, before that, just the first question. Darlene she's a tough cookie. So she works 7 days a week, and until I peeled away the layers off of her, I learned that she has a strong relationship with God, that she teaches about God.
Yeah.
That she likes to work out a lot every day. She enjoys working out. And that she's also can teach me how to cook.
Okay.
Cauliflower. Rice.
Okay. All right. That gentleman over there, can you cook cauliflower? Oh, he can do it. You guys got to hook up. You got to maybe put a cooking book together or something. All right. How about one or two more with the last question, please? I love to hear about your key contribution because it's kind of critical too when you talk about your team that you manage back at your club. Looking for a couple folks? Yes, right here, please.
Rob told me that he wants everybody to always know he gives 100%.
Okay. All right. That's good. All right. Yes, sir. One here and then here.
You know, Chuck likes to teach people about balance, not just balance in life, but when your days or when you have something that gets you down, it's never as bad as you think it's going to be.
Okay.
At the same time, when you have successes, don't let those successes go to your head and think you're too good for anybody. So you got to balance it both ways and work towards the middle.
Okay. And I think this, sorry, up front here, you had one, were you raising your hand?
Michael told me that what he would like to leave with his family or community is trust.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right, cool. Give yourself a hand. Give yourself a hand for that, okay? All right, here's what we're going to do next. Now you've heard about maybe this challenge we're going to do this afternoon, so we're going to start to move into that phase here, okay? All right. Actually, one more slide for you. As a leader, what questions could you ask your staff? Like I said, it's a very simple kind of exercise, but you're always looking for ways for your staff to interact around coffee or lunch or whatever. So, pull out a piece of paper or your laptop or iPad sometime and just come up with some questions. Maybe you could do it once a week or once a month that we just did, and people love it because they love to share information about what they didn't know about each other, okay? All right, let's keep going here. Next thing is what we call that team challenge. You've heard a little bit about this today, about something with bikes, okay? All right, now here's the most important part. We have one logistic we have to take care of. Obviously, we got to place you in teams, all right? Now, we're going to use this entire area, so we might potentially have to move like the back 2 or 3 rows off to the side, and I'll let you know there will be opportunities where you can use the chairs and sit in a group, all right? So we're going to kind of work together on this. But the most important thing is you need to duplicate the same thing. So for example, you all should have gotten a number, right? So whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And you're just going to follow the little map here. 1, 2, spread out. Now here's the important thing. Once you get in your group, don't get married to your group just yet, because if the numbers are a little bit off, I'm looking for about 4 or 5 per team. And all of a sudden, if I look at your team and there's 6 or 7, I'm going to move you to balance it out, okay? So most important thing, take about a minute, follow that, and spread out. And maybe you have to push the chairs off to the side, please. Chairs off to the side, okay? Chairs off to the side. Yeah, so let's push the chairs off to the side, folks, if we can. And let's use this as, make sure you're not in front of the screen, obviously. So, yeah, like you're number 3, right, you said? Yeah, so this general area right here. Okay. Okay. All right, so look up here. If you are 1, wave your hand. 1, what number here? 2, right here. 2, 3, got 4. Where's 5? They only have 2 people. 5 needs some people. I think we need to move our chairs off because I want to make sure they're involved. Okay, folks, do me a favor. If you are already in your group, we want to kind of spread these chairs to the side so that we can have our rows going all the way up and down, okay? So if each person could just grab a chair and push it off to the side real quick. we'll continue on with our rows, if you don't mind. Just grab a chair and push them off to the side, and we'll get our rows going here in a second.
How long it took us to make them look so nice?
I know. Chairs off to the side, please, because we want to use the whole entire room. If each person could just grab one chair, we'll be done in 30 seconds. Grab one chair. What? Grab a chair, grab a chair. Grab a chair off to the side, then we'll get back in our rows. And we're going to use these chairs throughout the day, not to start with, so we can kind of move them around, okay? If you got some personal belongings, maybe just set on a chair off to the side.
Oh, really? Back in your groups.
All right, now, once again, great job. Now follow the little guide if you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should match that slide, okay? You should be exactly like that slide. Please find your team. Can I ask you a favor? I'm going to lift up this here in a second. Could you just like pull those off to this, if you don't mind? Just make like a little pathway. So I'm going to use that table here in a second. All right, here we go. I'm going to do a test. I'm going to test to see how we're doing in our rows. All right, let's see. So we got 1 over there. Raise your hand if you're 1. Okay. Group 2 right here. Okay. Group 3, and we're looking for numbers too. You guys got 4? You're good with 4? Okay. 4, 4, 4. Group number 4 over here. You got plenty of people. 5. Going back all the way to this side of the room. Where's my group 6? You got your great group of, okay. Group 7, where are you at? How many you got there? 7 of you? 7 of you. Beth, can you help me out? There's a couple teams that only have 2 or 3. Okay, she's really good at that. All right, you only need 4, probably 4. Okay, 4 or 5. So in the back there, if you only have 3, wave your hand because these folks, that group's too big. Gentlemen right here, so you only need 4.
What are you discriminating against?
No, you're great. Okay, right here, what group number? 8, okay, and how many in your group? 5. That's good. How about group 9? Where are you at? Group 9? What group is this right here? Sir, that's 9? Okay, you're 4. That group's too, is that 10? You got too many people though. How much? Yeah, I know. You only need 4. Who only has 3? 3 or 4? Yep. 4 is a perfect team. I think you got some small groups in the back, Beth. Or 5. Okay, now you got 5. Okay, that's 10. Where's group 11? Group 11, wave your hand. You got 4. That's perfect. Group 12, where are you at? Perfect. 4. 13. Okay, group 14. How many you got? 5. That's fine. 15. How many you have? That's good. Where's my group? 16. Way in the back. You got 4 people. That's good. 17. All right. 18. All right. 19. Ooh, only 3? Okay. And group 20. You guys did it. Give yourself a hand. Give yourself a hand. All right. Now. All right. Here we go. I got to talk you through a few logistics, obviously. All right. If you could look up here on the screen. Okay. All right. Make sure your team has a resource bag. Okay. Actually, if this, yep. Far left, all the way to the left, your left. Keep going to the left. Yeah, yeah, I just want to keep this side covered. There you go. Oh. You're fine. Okay, those, just leave that. Okay, one person from a team, please come over and grab a red resource bag, all right? Actually, this team, one of the teams up, and by the way, I got one extra one here. I will pass it out to a team if you don't get one. I got to talk you through some.
Is that a better one you have?
Do you have a bag yet or not? Does that team have one team? If you don't have a bag, this is going to be your bag, but I want to talk you through it, okay? That team right here? Folks, oh, you got one? There should be 20 bags. What? Okay, I'm going to pass it to you when I'm done talking, okay? Where are you guys at?
15.
15. Just wave to me when I'm done, okay? Everyone should have a red resource bag. You got it? One per team. All right, here we go. Let's review what's in here, okay? Actually, feel free I will open up and I'll show you, okay? All right. Here's a hot tip. Very important for building bikes. There's one resource, obviously, that will not fit in this bag. I'm not going to give you all the information, or you got to figure this out. You'll figure it out here in about 10 minutes, all right? Very important resource for building the bike. It will not literally fit in the bag, but it'll be floating around the room. It's a resource that you share amongst your 20 teams. You guys will figure out here in a little bit, okay? All right, what else we got in here? Let's review what's in here. All right, I'm not going to go through everything, but there's a lot of tools in here to be successful. I'm going to share this little thing with you. This is, how many of you have not built a bike in a while? Okay? This is an air pressure guide, okay? I put it in there to measure your air, obviously your PSI. However, you know how we say live and die by technology? Once in a while, it may stick. So when you are pumping up your tires and you just keep pumping and you realize that thing's not moving much. The old way we do it when we were kids is you do the hand thing. You put your hand on there, you feel. If it's pretty firm, that's good. So some of you might go to all these fitness classes. These are great, but if you realize it's not moving, don't just keep pumping and pumping it. You got the idea, right? All right? Okay, all kinds of tools in here. There are 2 pieces of paper. I put color for a reason, so it jumps out at you, okay? The first one, orange, is what I call my 10 hot tips. Of course, when you get your bike, you will have an actual manual, very specific instructions, okay? Also, this yellow one is some extra questions, all right, that we can do at the back end of building, okay? So I give you some other opportunities to keep learning about this team here. So yellow is more questions like we just did here before, okay? Now, this part's very important. As you all know, you run these clubs, memberships, businesses. We all have budgets. You ever have a situation where sometimes your budget's cut and you don't have that funding and you feel like your hand is tied behind your back, but you still have to run a great club and organization? So we like to create a little bit of a real world in this, okay? So there is a zip tie in your bag, 2 of them. Very important, okay? Take one of your partners. Actually, Ed, do you mind jumping up here real quick, Ed? Okay, just give you a visual. If Ed was my, go ahead and switch this over to that hand. If Ed was my partner, we'd put our wrist like this, and you put the zip tie around. Now, I'll be honest with you, you don't have to tie it so far where you can't even breathe, okay? So just put it on there like that. And if Ed and I were partners, we're now building a bike with our budget, our hand behind their back. We're a little bit challenged, but you folks can still do this. So there's 2 of these. So if you have a team of 5, obviously only 4 people are going to have the zip tie, okay? Very important. Thank you, sir. All right, appreciate it. All right. All right. So everything is in here that you need to be successful. Those are your resources. There was a gentleman back there, sorry, team 15, okay? Just come up here if you don't mind, sir. Thank you so much. Another important tip is this is not a race, okay? There's plenty of time to do this. In fact, we're looking for, there's a comment in there, quality, right? Quality products. In fact, a few more hot tips and I'll get you going. Get everyone involved. I call it putting your thumbprint on it, all right? How many of you watched Shark Tank before? You seen it before? Like, usually there's like a couple different people involved with that product that they're pitching. So everyone should have their thumbprint involved in this product in some shape or form, all working together, okay? What else we got on here? Complete your challenge on time. What does that mean? I'm going to give you a time update. Usually the window is about 30 to 35 minutes. You're like, whoa, that's fast. But once again, working together, take your time, I'll give you updates. We've got 10 minutes left, 5 minutes, etc. Okay? A couple more check marks for hot tips. All products must exceed safety standards. So safety is important for me on this product. All right? Manage your workspace, tools, and trash. When you are done with your tools, I'd really love if they went back in the red bag. You will have a little bit of trash, you know, and paper and stuff like that. Goes back in the box. The last check mark is very critical. I know your product is done. I'm kind of gauging the whole audience when it's upside down, okay? And this is very critical for safety, is make sure that you don't test the bike around the room and we don't want to make any tread marks on their carpet. They would not be happy, okay? So some simple things, but upside down, I know that your product is safe, it's looking good, as a consensus, we can kind of continue to move on. Does that make sense? All right. All right, so now the most important thing you're probably wondering is, it's time to build, and where are these products? I'm going to ask for some volunteers here. If you don't mind, can I ask for a favor? If you look over there in the corner, if you could just hold up that blue tablecloth right there in the far corner. All right. We got 10 products over there. Okay, same thing over there. 10 over there. Please have one person. How many? 1, be careful, put a hand underneath when you're walking, okay? Please go grab a product, bring it back to your group, and you may start. Please begin. Go. You may start the process.
That's why you need a good person.
That's it. You've always said, what are you doing?
Sherry is gonna text me when the kids are here.
Okay, cool.
Right? That's good. Right?
Whoops, sorry. Someone set this. Like, where do I put it?
Yes. Yeah. All right, so.
Re-announce the zip tie.
What?
Re-announce zip tie.
Sorry.
Re-announce the zip tie.
Okay. I heard there's a question that you're confused on the zip tie. Once again, a partnership of 2. So there'll be 2 partnerships of 2 in your group, all right? Obviously, wrist to wrist, and then you may continue the process of building, okay? So some teams will have 4 people wrist to wrist. Some will only have 2, okay? Please begin. Keep going. I'm looking for you guys with the wrist, yep.
So the retainer's got to go in here. The retainer will do that hole.
Did you volunteer? They pulled you in. That's cool. You just want to do it for fun? Awesome, man. Hey, all right. Okay, I'm looking for those zip ties. Beth's actually helped me out too. She's looking for those zip ties. Make sure they got those hands going. Looking for those zip ties. All right, make sure you're working with your partner. Got the zip tie on. Take your time. Make sure you read the instructions. Hit the restroom real quick. Oh, yeah, okay. Thank you. Question?
How are you?
What's that?
I was asked to find out from you what we're supposed to do for the air.
For the what, sorry?
Air.
Oh, I'm not part of the catering team, so
I'm not supposed to talk to you?
I'm the speaker.
No, I said...
Oh, yeah, no, air. Sorry, I thought you meant the air of the room.
No,
I apologize. Yeah, you ready for that?
Are we allowed to ask for
Yeah, no, I thought you meant the air.
I didn't know if that was a trick question.
Yeah, no, I'm going to give you one right now. Hold on. Yeah, you're good. Come on. I apologize. I thought you meant the AC.
No.
That's like,
I thought it was a trick question.
Yeah, no, you're good. That's what you need. A little extra information, if you could open that in the next minute or two, would be great, okay? Oops, sorry. Little information here, if you could open that in the next minute or two. Little information, if you could open that in the next minute or two. Little information, if you could open that in the next minute or two. A little more information, just open that in the next minute or two, okay? That's all right, keep working, you're doing a great job. A little extra information here for you, just when you get a chance in the next minute or two, okay? A little more information for you just in the next minute or two, if you could open that one, okay? A little more information in the next minute or two as a team, okay? You want to do me a fun little favor?
Exactly.
I'm just passing these out, and you could just say,
Anybody?
no, each team. I've already done, and just open this in the next minute or two.
Okay, where did you?
I've done that row and this here, so get these guys here, and just keep weaving your way up. Just tell them to open the next minute or two, okay? Oops, sorry, sir.
I'm only doing one.
They're floating around the room. Yeah. All right. Oops. You're doing a great job. Keep going, taking your time, attention to detail. Some of you have figured this out. There's an important resource floating around the room. Obviously, if you need that resource, float around the room and look for it. Keep going. You're doing a great job. Also, remember, read all your instructions. There's something about a commercial on there once you're done. Make sure you read that once you're done building. Keep going. Also, there's a gentleman named Jamie. He's my bike tech.
Okay.
So I told him to come right in here, but he knows.
Was he called for security?
Yeah, I got it all
you
clear.
all-
I got it all clear. But if
I
you
just
see
wanted
him,
to do
you
it
see a
now.
guy floating around with tools. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. Okay, you want to go greet them?
Yes,
And
and
show.
then take them in that room.
Yeah,
Their
but-
name tags are in there. You want them to put their name tags and then sit at tables, or what do you want
Yeah,
them
and
to
all
do?
their supplies are in there. I left a note, obviously, for Ann, a little packet of information. You'll see it. Is there really? I'll talk to you about it in a second. 1 second. All right, so I'm sorry. Oh, let me turn my. What are you? Why is there air? Is there air coming out? You can hear it?
Yeah, they said they were feeling it, that they're, right?
Oh.
I think down here they.
Oh, maybe it's the tube. All right, I'm going to address all these little things here in a second. So just do the best you can right now, and we'll address it here.
We don't have pumps, we gotta wait.
They're floating around the room. So you got to use your negotiation skills and go find one. You're good at that, right?
Air going in there?
And the other thing is, did you check sometimes when it's pinched? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, the tube.
did you like sometimes?
We did take the
Sometimes you.
open it.
Okay. Yeah, because it might potentially. I mean, that hardly ever happens. We'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. But sometimes it pinches, and you got to pull up the stem.
Okay.
But try it. Oh, sorry. Oop, keep these covered. Sorry about that.
We're probably large.
Yeah, no, not yet. Okay. No, not yet. Hey. Okay, you're good. Oh, you know what? You guys are jumping ahead. We're not supposed to give you this quite yet.
Oh.
You are sorry. Don't worry about it. Oh, not yet. I apologize.
Not yet? Okay.
Not yet. Let me just take that back from you if you don't mind. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, you guys are getting it. What's that? I'm going to take care of that in 1 second, okay? Wow, did you guys get to that commercial yet?
No. Oh, thank God.
Oh, yeah.
Get to that commercial.
We're enjoying it.
Team questions, okay? I can cut them. Maybe you got that, okay, pump. You got that commercial. You got a couple more team questions, okay?
Commercial.
How about who needs a cut? You're off the hook here. Here we go. Oops, sorry, I want to make sure you get those hairs. Sorry about that.
Oh!
Yeah, okay.
Let me make sure it's straight. Thank you.
Air pump?
Floating around, resource floating around. You got to use your negotiation skills.
That's what I wonder with the
Yeah. Actually, two of us can hold the bike and we can walk the bike.
Question?
Yes. Are we supposed to all have helmets?
No. Someone grabbed theirs by mistake. I'm going to talk about that later.
Okay.
Is there someone over there with one?
My name's Linda. I'm with a photographer. My question is how much longer do you think until they're going to bring the kids
About,
in?
surprised, by the way, about 15 minutes.
I know.
Yeah, 15,
okay,
20
so
minutes.
15, 20 minutes?
20 minutes, yeah.
20 minutes?
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to load our gear in our car, see if I had enough time to load our gear in our car while we're waiting for that, because we want to get that surprise.
Okay, yeah, about 20, 25 minutes. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
No sooner than 15 minutes.
No, but this thing changes on the fly, depending on how well they do. Hey guys, that's not yet. No, not yet. I know, they shouldn't. Hold on. Hey, everyone's. Oops. No problem.
If you have a helmet, it's a part.
Hey, great job so far. By the way, a couple of you are jumping ahead, and there's a helmet. Do me a favor, bring that back up. We're not ready for that logistic yet. So if you got your helmet, it's okay, but that's why I covered it for a reason. Oh, here's a great resource right here.
It's damaged.
It's damaged, okay, all right. Can I grab that helmet from you? Right here, please. We got to hold off on that logistic, okay? All right, hold off on that. Sorry about that, okay? They're floating around the room, sir. So I think one other team grabbed the helmet by mistake. We're not ready for that logistic yet, okay? Anyone else? Okay, all right, keep going. Yeah, we're not ready for that yet.
Somebody opened the...
Oh, you guys. All right, we're not ready for those yet. Keep going. Remember, you have a commercial on there. How's your commercial doing, your presentation? Okay, oh, you want that cut off?
Sure.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
And I'm going to walk around the room. You can have the zip tie cut off while you're working on your presentation. Raise your hand if you need a little cut on your zip tie. Zip tie. Right here. Okay.
Nice.
There you go. Anyone else? All right. There you go, guys. Anyone else? Zip tie, cut off. Here I come. Raise your hand if you need help with that. Zip tie. You're good. Zip ties are off already. Zip tie. There you go. Okay. Oh, you got the scissors? Okay. Here's a bigger scissor for you.
Oh,
Whoop.
thank you.
There we go. I got a bigger scissors here if you like. Here we go. Just like surgery, I'll be careful. There we go.
Thank you.
Zip ties. Oh, you folks got a helmet. See, let me grab the one back. We're not quite ready for that logistic yet. You got it, or you need a bigger one? Okay.
Nice job, Don.
Yep.
There were 3 children that could not come.
Okay. So we'll just have to have them partner with different teams. That's okay.
Exactly.
That's okay.
So I wanted you to know that so you
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Are
Yeah.
you, is there a bike that wouldn't have all of its parts?
Well, unfortunately, one actually has a tire we need to fix. So that
Because this group right here thinks that they're missing some parts.
Okay. All right. We'll address it. We're going to address all that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Check all these. The pressure gauge on ours is broken, just so you
Okay.
know.
Yep. I'll take care of it. Yep.
We fixed the tires.
You did.
Yes.
See? All right. All right, a couple updates. I've had some people come up to me and say, I can't quite get this tire on or do this or do that, but when you look around the room, we got tires on, we got handlebars on, so the key is you got to learn from each other. Yeah, you have your team, share hot tips, okay? You have a few more minutes to keep working here. Obviously, you got your yellow team building questions, all right? There's a question there about have a presentation for 60 seconds, okay? If you are done with your tools, do me a favor, put them in the red bag and back to the resource table over there where you got before, okay? Keep going, then we'll keep moving on here, all right? Keep going, you're doing a great job. Do you need a zip tie cut off, folks, right here? Walking zip tie?
He's got a date.
He's got a date? Okay. All right. Hey, what's going on, man? How are you? Nice to meet you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here.
I got zip ties if you need them.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of stuff, so. I brought my wife here. She's
Yeah. No problem. We just get rocking, you know how this goes. So I'll probably introduce you in a fun way, you know, and then I'll have you float around if anyone has a challenge or a question, all right? About, you know, and then like I said, just real quick, kids are coming in here a little bit, right?
They don't know.
No, and then you might be able to work on a bike a little bit if you want to, like pull one off to the side. I mean, if the kid's on the bike, you'll have to wait. But then eventually we're done at 3:30, so I'm off to the side. But in between, like there's a video being shown, right? When there's a video show, you can grab a bike and, you know, however works for you. Okay. I'm making an announcement. Are you ready to rock and roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stand right here.
Yeah. All right. This is probably one of my most important logistical updates. You're going to love this. All right, you're all professionals in here. You all have extreme knowledge. Every industry has what I call experts, all right? There are people who build bicycles at a very high level, professional bike techs. Guess what? I brought one here today. And you're going, oh my God, thank God, all right? Wave your hand. Give a hand for Jamie over here in the front, all right? All right. Here's how it's going to work. Jamie's going to go down the room and check in with you. Now, don't rush to him, please. Here's how it works. Even when the program is over, every single bike goes through a safety check, all right? So we're going to be doing a couple other debriefs and doing some different things. But right now, if you feel your team is stuck on something, the wheel's not rotating properly, the alignment, one person can carefully go introduce yourself to Jamie, not 10 at a time, and he will eventually get around to all teams, all right? But that's Jamie right here. Give him a hand one more time, and he's going to be floating around. I'm going to give you about 5 more minutes to kind of tidy up your bike, work on your questions, and work on your presentation. Keep going, please. Red bags over here where you picked them up before, okay? Keep going. We do okay? Good. So there's 2 ways I do it. So the first debrief is what I call my stall question, meaning like actually you can even pass this on again to Anna. What I do the stall question of how does this experience relate to your industry? While they're doing that's like our 3-minute cue, because when they're done with that debrief question, the kids are literally outside the door.
Oh, okay.
And in fact, I told Anna, so what she does is kids are outside the door, she walks inside, she's going like this, a thumbs up, and I know we're ready. So I'm stalling.
Okay.
You know, we still have a few minutes, so I just maybe another. You're cool on time, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I just wanted to go tell her how much time we have.
I would say.
Let's see, what is my clock?
I would say could present them maybe in like 10 minutes.
So where's the clock? Where's my clock? Oh, it's 2:15.
I would say in about 10 minutes. You know, this thing would be flexible, but.
So like 2:25.
Yeah, I'll give you another well, here, you'll see when we do our little debrief, that means they got to be physically.
Yeah, I just wanted to go tell her.
I would tell, give her about a 10-minute update.
10 minutes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, give or take, yeah. You guys good with your presentation? You did all the extra team building questions? Yeah, okay, take your time. Good. You got a good product? You feel good about it? Mark Cuban on Shark Tank would approve? Oh, yeah. Yeah? Okay. How's your team doing? You got your commercial?
The tires up, now we got a problem. We got a tire that's no air.
Okay, so that's where Jamie will come in handy. We'll get to it here in a second, all right? Sometimes there's a little, that team over here had that, and their stem was pinched. You got to pull it up a little bit. So we'll get to it. We'll get to it. You good? You guys good with your presentation, team questions? All good? How you guys doing on your commercial presentation? You good? Red bag over there when you're all done, sir? Doing good? You're, okay, all right. Got a good product. It would be good on Shark Tank? Yeah, okay. All right. I'm happy to take this off for you if you like. Anyone else need help with a zip tie? Zip tie off, zip tie, zip tie. You're good, you're good? Work on your presentation, just a few more minutes. Red bags over there, please. Red bags over there. I heard a yeah. Someone likes Coldplay. How about some Coldplay while we build our bike here? Trash in boxes, please. Trash in boxes. Oops, sorry. Keep going here. A couple teams are just finishing up, and then we'll keep the process going.
Question for you. So I believe one of our tires have a leak in it. There's no way we could have hot soapy water to see where the leak is.
You know, let's have Jamie look here in a second. We had a couple of our teams have the same issue, and then every once in a while there's
stem, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll get to it.
That tire's fine.
Make sure you actually. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? He was just here a second ago. Yeah, maybe let him know if. Red bags over there, sir. That one's not working. Floating around.
Okay.
Right there, sir. Yep.
What are you going to do with these bikes?
We're going to tell you here in a few minutes. We'll tell you about it real quick. All right, 5 more minutes to kind of tidy up your bike. If you have a question for Jamie, he's going to get to you. Don't worry about it. Once again, red bags over there, please. And please collect trash in your box here. We're going to wrap up here for the next phase in about 5 minutes, okay? 5 more minutes. Make sure you're working on your presentation. We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Everybody's Christmas Eve worst nightmare.
Yeah. A couple people said they couldn't pump it up, and I said, pull the stem a little bit, make sure it's not like, and it worked. So that's why we get all taken care of. It's all, we get all the kinks out. Was she cool with that in about less than 10 minutes?
Yes.
So if you want...
I just went back to tell her she had 5 minutes.
Okay, cool. So once I start the debrief, if you want to walk outside or walk back there, just let her know they can start. And maybe they can kind of gather those supplies. I put a little bit of, just throw them in there.
Okay. I'll have Sherry do that.
I like to keep that.
I'll have Sherry do that as the kids come this
Yep. And then, so, because I'm literally looking for her or you to be like, and until I said thumbs up, I can't, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? And hopefully people won't walk out the door, but occasionally they do. One person may see the kids, and so be it, you know what I mean? When they're standing outside. Yeah, although we're going to have them enjoy the moment first with their teams. You know what I mean? Because otherwise the kids are like, come on, So then that gives me a chance to keep 5 minutes. All right, I think I'm going to wrap this up because they're just about done, I think.
done.
So I try to get a consensus of how they're doing. If one team's still working, that's fine. But as a group, we keep moving forward. You know, I think as a consensus, we're good, right? I'm gonna keep moving forward with the debrief, okay? All right, folks, here we go. I realize maybe one team or two is still doing a little tweak. That's okay. We got plenty of time as we continue this process. But we're going to keep moving forward here. So once again, if there's any red bag out there, please zip that up over there by the resource bags. If you do have one of the pumps, please do me a favor, put it over there. If you have a box, maybe put your trash in. And let's just kind of put a few of the boxes like off to the side if you can. Like that back cubby hole window there, there's some space over there. So just take your box if you don't mind and kind of push it off to the side. That would be great. And Jamie's going to keep floating around, so don't worry about that. We'll get to all these. Safety's important. Once you've done that and all tools are back, come back to your little team huddle. And we're going to move on. I have a team debrief question for you, okay? If I could have pumps back in the resource area, please. All right, all eyes up here, okay? First of all, you did a great job. Number one, check it off the box in 30 minutes. So give yourself a hand, give yourself a hand. All right. I saw some persistence. I had a couple people come up to me and say, I can't get the tire on, it's not quite working. I said, keep working with it. 5 minutes later, they came back, Duane, we got the work, all right? So I saw some teams sharing hot tips with each other. That's what it's all about, all right? I'm gonna do a debrief question here up on the screen. It's called The Bike Experience Parallels Our Club Culture in That. I got a fun picture up here of some of my friends that work for another company. The reason I put it up there, great picture, thumbs up, but here's the reason why. One person's a VP, one's the accountant, one works in compliance, one works in marketing, and I can't remember where that other lady works down. I forgot what, food and beverage, there you go. But the point is, what they realized is you have all these moving parts, just like your business, obviously. All these moving parts, just like the club culture. And if you take the seat out of the equation, or if you take a piece out of your club, it just doesn't flow quite well. So kind of a general question, but metaphorically, how this relates to what you do on a daily basis with the families and the kids and the golf and the tennis and the membership. Let me give you a few minutes to talk about this. Try to make it specific to your environment, your club culture. So the bike experience parallels our club culture in that, all right? I'll give you about 4 or 5 minutes, kind of just stand up, work on that question. Please begin, go. Take about 3 or 4 minutes, really make it specific to your club culture, sharing tips and how it metaphorically relates to your environment. Think about your staff, all the people that you work with, the people that you manage. Talk about your members and kind of how the culture is metaphorically like your bike. Give you a couple minutes to work on that. Gonna give you about another minute, and if I could ask you to stay in the room, we're gonna do some cool things here in regards to the debrief and process here. So just take another minute with that question, all right? We have the kids coming. So gotta keep this close. Keep this close. I do this goofy thing where I say I'm going to show you a video. I'm making that up. There's no video. It's about the kids actually coming in. So, but I put music on and stuff like that. So, but you're going to stand up here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll point to you. All right, folks, all eyes up here. Oops, sorry, get my volume going here. All eyes up here, please, real quick. How about one or two comments real quick in regards to that question you discussed? Someone got a hot tip you want to share real quick with the group? Something you discussed? Anyone? Yes, sir, right there, nice and loud. Okay, wait, shh. Okay, so how did you relate that to your culture, though? Would you talk? Okay, all right. Okay, cool. All right, how about another comment in regards to what you talked about? Another hot, yes, right here, sir.
It's really smart because we handcuffed and I'm like, oh crap, I just gave up my right arm.
Yeah. And you know what's so interesting in business or with your club? Sometimes when you're handcuffed or that budget, you feel like we can't do this. But you step back and all of a sudden you look at a different perspective and you make it work, right? Even when you lose certain resources, right? Excellent. Yes, right here. Okay.
So the ones that knew about bikes were not changed.
So you were very diplomatic in your team.
So I changed myself.
Okay. All right.
All I could do was.
Okay. One more comment.
We actually had 5 people in our group, so we were kind of overstaffed.
Okay. Okay. Now, let's keep moving on. A lot of you are wondering, I got to cue this up here a little bit. Sorry. A lot of you are wondering where are these bikes going? How many of you would like to see a video about where these bikes are going? Show you a video? Would that be really cool? I'm going to cue up a video, and I think my friend back there's got the video on. And you know what? Forget the video. I got something better, guys. Look at this. Say hello to your kids. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Yay! Come on up, come on up. Woo! We don't need a video, we have the real thing, right? Come on in, give him a high five, give him a high five. Give him a high five, give him a high five. I got Jason. All right, Jason, come this way, Jason. Come this way, buddy. All right, Jason's in charge. Jason, follow me. Come on, Jason. Be careful. Come on, Jason. Come on up here. Come on up here. Walk all the way over here, Jason. Be careful. Be careful. Gonna have you stand here. Come on up. Get next to Jason here. You guys are good. You're good. I'm gonna have a second row. Okay, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. You guys go forward a little bit. You go forward a little bit. Keep going over there. Go over there. Maybe we'll put a few on the bottom. A few on the bottom. We'll put a few on the bottom. You want to put a few on the bottom? Okay. Oh, that's good. You're good. You're good. You're good. We're good. We're good. Whoa! Say hi to your kids, huh? Hold on. Let me get the music. Hold on. Hold on. All right. We don't want a video, right? We want the real thing. You know, like these are your real customers, and somebody going, "Oh my gosh, give me that wrench back," right? Thank God for Jamie, all right? All right, well, this is a surprise. And how cool is this? You know, we always joke, I just had my big birthday, big 5-0 last month. You know, and sometimes we get to a certain age, surprises. You're like, yeah, surprises, whatever. So we don't get surprised very often, all right? So while you were building bikes, they were very quietly hanging out down the hallway. And I'm actually going to talk to them in a few minutes, okay? So can I say hi to a few folks? Like, Jason gave me a high. Jason, high five. How are you, Jason? Nice to meet you. All right? Now I'm going to ask them a couple questions. Now, They're all about customers and taking care of you at their club and membership. And I was told down the hallway they had some snacks for you. Was there any snack? Raise your hand if you had a snack. Was there a snack by chance? Oh, out the door, okay. It's a healthy group. They get their snacks later, okay? All right, hold that quiet. Okay, snacks later. Now, some of you are holding something really cool, like a piece of paper here. Can I look at this one, Jaden? Can I look at this real quick? Oops, sorry, there you go. All right. Check this out. They each made an individual thank you note for their team that you helped with today, all right? Cool. Now, have you guys heard why you're here today? Why are you here today? What's happening? You're getting something really cool, right? What are you getting? Do they know what they're getting yet?
Yes.
They do know. Who knows what you're getting? Can you say that really loud on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Great. Go. Put your hands up like this. Go. Yeah. Do it one more time. Go. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. All right. Now, you're probably wondering, what are these yellow pieces of paper they're holding? Tyler, I'm going to borrow this one, by the way, okay? All right, if you remember, you're all in a team, 1 through 20. Guess what? Each child has a number, 1, 2, 3. Although I got a logistical update. I think a few kids, unfortunately.
That's okay. We have 2 adults holding numbers for the other.
Okay, all right, because I think, unfortunately, one of our children couldn't make it 2, but that's okay. You can join another team to say hi, but everyone gets their bike at the end of the day, okay? So you have these numbers. Okay, so let's have a little fun with you. Do me a favor, make sure your number is facing out, okay? On the count of 3, okay? I want you to hold those up. Not yet. All right? This is called teamwork today. We're really building teams today, okay? You ready? You guys are great. Ready? 1. Okay, you gotta flip that around. There you go, that one. There you go. Good job. All right, you guys ready? 1, 2, 3. Nice and high. Okay, you see your number? All right, go ahead and put it down. Okay, now great. Now, we all know you just built a great product. You built the bike, all right? Safety is important to us, all right? So what else do you need? One more time? All right, let's see here. We got the helmet for you. Now, we'll get to that in a second. Some of you kind of snuck in a little bit behind the table, right? We'll get to that point in a second. What's another thing? I actually grew up in Chicago. I had an ice cream place down the street, not called Dairy Queen, but called Tasty Freeze, okay? And when I was 8 or 9 years old, I'd ride my bike, right? And you want to make sure that when you come out after your chocolate shake, your bike's still there. What else do you need? All right, lock. All right, now I've done so many of these programs around the country. Here's what I've learned. Your kids are so excited for their bike, their helmet, that we used to give them the lock in this room. Guess what happens? They get home and go, what was the combination again? Or they leave it in the training room. So just to be clear, I don't actually give you the lock right now, but I'm going to give it to our contacts a little bit later when we drop off the bikes. But just letting you know, every child also gets a lock, which we'll give to you later. Okay. All right. Well, how about we're going to meet the charity here in a little bit, but let's take advantage of this moment with your kids, meeting your kids and so forth. So here's what's going to happen. When I say go, 1 person at a time. How many? 1. We don't want to rush the stage. You'll come up, greet your child, okay? Also 1, in fact, if you could come on over here. All right, now I can take this off. You guys know where this is. All right. Now you can see all these over here. There we go. And I have the helmets for you. There is a blue. Go, ooh. All right. And I got a red, which is go, ah. Okay, red are small, blue are large. They're great helmets. They're all adjustable. Don't get so married to your helmet right away. I've learned this over the years. Some of our kids got this great dynamic hair, right? They might need a different helmet. So you might get back to your group and realize, ooh, maybe I need to trade with you. So don't get too married to the helmet. Help the kids out. 1 person at a time. I think a few of you already grabbed yours, all right, which is okay. So we are ready to meet these awesome kids. You're going to hang out with them a little bit, and here's the little thing, a little bit of a curveball tied behind your back. Now, remember I had you do a commercial and a presentation? That's not literally for the group here. It's kind of for your kids, but check this out. You ever heard the millennials, or you got to change your communication style? So when you meet your child, you have to adjust your presentation. Forget about the presentation you created for right now, and get down on their level. Talk to them. You can't just go, here's a bike. Have they ever ridden a bike before? Do they need some training tips? And do they get a chance to write some fun things on their thank you about, like their hobbies or some of them? Okay, cool. Some of them on their thank you note, like wrote their favorite food or if they have a pet or whatever. So if you see what I call a buzzword or something on their thank you note, ask them what that means. Talk about building relationships, okay? Okay, we're ready to have a little bit of fun, and then we're going to show you a video on the back end. But right now, we take advantage of this opportunity, okay? So one person at a time, child, one person, please come grab your helmet, okay? Let's have fun. Please begin. Go. Hold your numbers up. Yep, hold the numbers up. Here we go. Here we go. Oops, sorry.
I didn't see our number.
What number were you?
20. Oh, sorry.
This gentleman is looking. Can you explain to him? Have him hook up with either you can talk to him or hook up with a different team. Yeah.
That's your big.
Yeah.
You announced that we're going to take pictures of each group with each child.
Like walking around?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to get a.
Okay.
Like he's
Yeah. We have a professional photographer walking around the room that wants to get a really good photo with your team, okay? Once again, there's a couple teams with the kids that couldn't make it. Join a different team, or they have some of their staff members to tell you about the charity. But I would join a different team if your child is not here, okay? Keep going. No problem. Yeah. Yeah, it says.
Oh, that's awesome.
Should be, yeah. So you might have to go walk around and trade, or they adjust.
Oh, small. Red is small.
Yeah, very small. They're all 20 are floating around.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, his is-
Right? Look at this. Because we can put the seat up if you want to put it up, whatever.
Just saying hi. So just a few more minutes with this, and then I got the video all queued. And then maybe at the end of the video, just
Yeah, because the video is pretty self-explanatory.
yeah, but just
about
say
what
one or two. I think they love to hear from the staff, like your heart, just you know. And does she want to say something
she
too?
can definitely tug at their heart.
Does she like to talk? I never know if the people on the spot.
She doesn't like to talk.
Okay.
But she'll say
Okay.
okay. Make her stand next to me.
Okay. And then, you know, they can do one more final goodbye or picture, and then obviously the kids can start to head out. They can bring their helmets, and then we finish up with our team, and then my bike tech gets after for more safety checks, and I'll just stay in touch.
All right, awesome.
And sorry if it's just like so go, but it's like everything work out okay? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we were a couple minutes late getting here, so we just said we'll do the snacks later.
Oh, okay.
On the way up,
Oh,
on the
okay,
way
that's
up. So
fine,
they
that's
order
fine.
snacks and then we'll go.
That's fine. Take a couple more minutes with your great child, and then we have a really cool video for you here in a few minutes. Take a few more minutes, okay?
The bikes and all that stuff is from your company, or?
Yeah. We facilitate this process.
Okay. And
I mean, not literally. I mean, I buy them. Yeah.
At the very, I'm going to say a couple words, but then I'm going to say, and the kids want to say one final thank you, and they sing their song, "We Appreciate You."
Okay.
So, what's the?
Oh, that's
how
awesome.
so if they want to say "We appreciate you," and what should they say? Something simple.
Club managers.
Club managers.
So that we can bring them up again.
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
All right.
Sorry about that.
Spalding is the company that.
Yes,
So
Spal. It's a leadership company.
Oh, but it has nothing to do with the bicycle Spalding. It's not.
Oh, the basketball.
Okay, right. So
Oh,
it has nothing.
no.
So it has nothing to do. So then you go out and you buy all the bikes. And how much does the bike cost you? About $100?
Yeah, we can give them a little bit less. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So we facilitate the whole process. So
Right.
it's like a leadership team building experience. And like say someone says we want to do it,
Right.
we say great, give us the people, the room.
Right.
We bring the bikes, the equipment, the staff, and then just facilitate that whole process. Is that kind of what you're trying to ask me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't
Yeah.
quite sure what your question was.
Yeah. Like how, and then you put it together. Sorry. Wait. So.
Oh, sorry.
So
they want to study some video production, right?
Then they ship it to here, and then you put on the presentation with a nonprofit organization, with a charity organization.
Well, we work usually with business leaders. That's the first thing. Like
Right.
you guys are business leaders,
Yeah.
but we always partner with the local charity in that community.
Okay, that's right. That's what I
yeah.
wanted to make sure.
And sometimes the company says, "Hey, Duane, we love working with Boys and Girls Club."
Okay.
We honor that
Right.
request.
Right.
If there's no request, we work with the best charity that the kind of
Okay.
thing.
And putting on something like you do, like this, roughly, for 40 people, 30 people.
Oh, a small group.
Yeah, small group. Right?
Yeah. Are you trying to do this with your team?
No,
Oh,
I'm trying to hire you in our organization.
Okay.
Right.
How
much is something like
Where
that
do you
run?
live? Are you in Florida?
Yeah, in South Florida.
Okay. I apologize.
Roughly, off the top of your head.
It's usually like $5,000 or something like that. I mean,
Okay.
I have to be careful because there's so many different moving parts and stuff like that. But happy to work. Do you have a business card?
I don't have a business card, but I'll get in contact.
I don't have mine.
I'll get in contact with you.
Well, no, that's the charity.
Okay.
Can you write your email on a piece of paper or something?
Yeah, a little bit later, I will.
Okay. I appreciate. Thank you. I apologize. I'm just trying to keep the thing
Don't
moving.
worry,
These are good questions. All right. Hey, Beth, behind you. I think I've gotten a feel of the group. I think we're ready for the video.
Okay,
Keep
go
moving
right
forward.
ahead.
And do me a favor, just in case Bobby, beverage guy, we were playing with his cord. It should work for but just in case, make sure Bobby's back there, just in case.
Where's Bob?
He's the food and beverage.
Yeah, no, let me.
This morning it was a little bit. He actually got a new cord.
Oh,
I think we're fine. I think we're fine. But I think we're ready. Yeah.
What is it?
All right, folks, here we go. You're going to let your awesome kid hang out with you, but we want to keep this moving forward and keep learning about this amazing charity and all the work they do here in this community. So we have a fantastic video, and then I was talking to the director, and the kids are going to come up and do a little bit of a cheer song. So we got some cool little things going on here. But if you could just kind of have all eyes up here, I got a really cool video for you, all right? Okay. Hang tight, hang tight. Oh, yes, we're playing. All right.
This is Derek. He's in his 20s. He's an English professor and an academic advisor at Florida A&M University in Tallahassee. He holds the Master of Science degree from Florida State with an undergrad in psychology. He's a father. He's a husband. He's no doubt the product of the environment in which he was raised. These are his words. This is his story about that place where he grew up and one extraordinary woman. There's a saying that goes, it takes a village to raise a child. And that's true. As a young black male who grew up in Miami, I was presented with challenges. Staying out of trouble and remaining in school were undoubtedly some of the most difficult. In my 5th grade year, after my father had left us and my aunt had passed away, my mom asked my 4 brothers and me to take in our 5 cousins so they wouldn't be separated from one another in the foster care system. Of course, we agreed, not thinking about the strain that it would cause. 3 years later, in the latter half of my 8th grade year, with my cousins still living with us, we moved to Jupiter. I didn't know it. And I can say I would not be who I am today without it. So if anyone asks about how I got where I am today, I say God, my parents, Miss Runner, and the center.
Where we are located, there is some very well-to-do families that are nestled up to some families that really struggle. A little bit of the haves and the have-nots all coming together, and the local elementary school just down the street sees that.
The students who are coming from the Limestone community to us have a lot of family issues going on. We have a lot of grandparents raising them, multi-families.
They were born into a situation where, through no fault of their own, they don't get the help at home, don't have a home environment, don't have 2 parents at home, struggle, and often don't do well in school.
And the runner had that brilliant notion, and you know, in her heart, she knew it was the right thing to do, is to take children who might otherwise leave school, return to a dark home. These children, when they leave school, can come to this protected environment where a lot of learning can take place.
And if we can get them back on track, if we can get them going in the right direction, help them do better in school, help them do better on standardized tests, help them do better with personality issues. We teach them, we work with them, we play sports with them, and we help them have a better shot at a good life.
they love to hear you say to them, how was your day? Or on Mondays, what did you do this weekend? And just, they love that attention. They need that attention.
Without the center, this neighborhood wouldn't be that good. These children, they probably will be more criminals, more thieves. With the center, I can say my kids have first-class life.
Miss Runner is one of the biggest influences in my life. When I came here to the center, we would all call her Big Mama. She would also get me involved in stuff. I started piano here, and it was very helpful. Miss Runner has helped me to know which path to take, just to keep my head straight and focused.
You've got dozens and dozens of children here, 100 plus, that Edna takes care of. They teach them, they educate them, they love them, they feed them, they clothe them. When Christmas comes around, a lot of these kids don't have much Christmas. So they arrange to have lots of presents here for moms and little sisters and grandmothers and dads and brothers. And then the kids come in and they take a bag, they run around and they get a gift for each member of their family. And for a lot of them, that's their Christmas. And it's a beautiful thing to see, because some of these kids will look at you and say, if I don't get a gift for myself, can I get an extra one for my sister? And that's strong. Yeah.
We tend to take things for granted, but Edna teaches us not to. And she teaches the kids not to, and she teaches the kids to appreciate what comes their way.
We went to Golden Corral as a field trip, and this student took the chicken and just stuck it in his mouth. And I said, excuse me, sir, what are you doing? And he just kept going, and I said, pick up the fork, eat the chicken with the fork. He said, what is a fork? And, you know, that kind of, it baffled me, because I'm thinking everybody has forks, spoons, knives, all that good stuff at home. And then I had to take myself out of my shoes, put myself in his shoes, and say, okay, maybe he doesn't know what a fork is. So I had to teach him that day how to eat with the fork, and that always stuck with me.
And these kids are they pull on your heartstrings. Whoever walks in the door, whether it's a volunteer or it's someone from the school system or it's an agency that's coming to make sure we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. You're here for 5 minutes and you want to know what you can do to help.
I've been involved for 3 years tutoring. I first started once a week, and after a few days they asked me, Mr. Lee, why do you only come once a week? And I didn't really have a good answer, so I started coming twice a week. And then I went on the board shortly thereafter. And in terms of the evolution since then, the important thing that's happened is we bought the neighboring property and are now entering into a fundraising campaign to expand our facilities. We have 107 kids right now with capacity constrained. That's all we're allowed to have with the present physical space, and so we want to help more kids.
And there are children that are waiting to come here. There's more help that can be done. Getting the tutorial center to where it is today is now truly starting to pay off. We're at a point where we can expand our operations, we can expand our facilities, and we can help more kids. And when you get right down to it, that's what we're here for. So we're going to continue to grow, and we're going to continue to enrich their lives and add value to the community.
We're our neighbor's keeper, and I always tell people that if you want a child to succeed, help me to help this child to succeed in many ways. Is that you donate to the program, we will make sure your money goes in the right and the proper places.
We're going to get the next building built. We're going to make that expansion happen. We'll figure out a way. It makes the future a lot brighter for all these children. These kids are special. It's a rough work. It's a rough life up here. Living in a different world. And if you're in a blessed world, step up. Make a difference. It sounds really easy to say. It's actually really easy to do. Spend a little time. Give your heart a little bit up. Believe me, if you have a heart, this is the place you'll find it. If you've forgotten what being good is, you'll see it here.
This is the best place in town. This may be the best place I've ever seen. They do good work here.
How about a hand for that awesome video, huh? All right. Now, I've had the privilege the last few days and the last week or so to kind of work behind the scenes. As obviously, you know, there's a lot of logistics involved and meeting some of the staff. And as you know, I do this program all over the country. Very seldom does the founder of the charity actually come to the event, but you might have recognized her. And I'll bring my other friend. If you want, I know Anna's going to say a few words. If she feels, or you're going to hold off. Oh, she's saying no, stop sign. Okay, let's bring up Anna, director. Give her a hand, give her a hand. Try there. Is that on for you?
Hello, can you hear me?
Is that, you got it?
Yes, I got
okay.
it. Hi, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful day today. It looks like you had a lot of fun making bicycles and making all of these children have smiles on their faces. I'm Anna Poulin. I'm the assistant director at the center, and Miss Edna Leonard is here. She likes to...
Yeah.
As you can see, we are an after-school program for at-risk youth in the Jupiter area, and we serve 107 children currently, and we would like to be able to serve about 157 in the coming years. That is our goal. So we just are so thrilled that you all thought of us and made this day happen, and thank you. And if you are in the area, please come by. Please come see the center, see the kids in action. Your heart will melt and then you'll want to keep coming back. So, do you want to say a couple words, Ms. Runner?
No, we're just glad to be here. I got a crybaby.
Okay. We have one more surprise. Can I have all the children quietly come up?
Ooh, all right.
To the front of the room?
More surprises. I like this.
And you can all go back, if you want to all go back up on stage carefully. And all the little ones, tall ones in back, little ones in front. Come on, Jaden.
More surprises. Ooh, look at this.
Okay. So on the count of three, club managers, we appreciate you, okay? Club managers. On the count of three, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Club managers, we appreciate you. Club managers, we appreciate you. You're our friend in need. You help us when we need you. Club managers, we appreciate you.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Awesome, thank you. How cool was that? Okay, here's what's going to happen. You're going to bring your child back to your team for just a quick little goodbye and everything, and then eventually they're going to head out the door. By the way, as a reminder, they can take their helmet. Bikes stay in the room because remember they're all going to have safety checks. So maybe one more goodbye with your child, and then they're going to help them out the door, and then we're going to wrap up with a few debrief questions, all right? So I'll give you a few minutes to wrap up with your awesome child. They can bring their helmet with them, okay? Bikes stay in the room.
She's going to cry, that's
Okay.
why. It was great, awesome.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you so much.
So I'll be in touch with her,
Okay.
Anna, or whoever's going to be there at the center.
Right.
I'll try to give you guys like a 45 minutes, hour update. Or
Okay.
Does that sound good?
All right, that's
Good.
great.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
How are they going to know which bike belongs to them? Should we leave the number on the bike?
It does. They're all the same. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Let me make one logistical comment real quick. some of your kids obviously have the green or the yellow, the red stickers on, etc. Do me a favor, have them take that off and go ahead and put it right on the seat. Go ahead and put it right on the seat. That way, when they get to the center, they know exactly which bike is theirs. Okay? Go ahead and put that sticker on the seat, okay? Take a few minutes to say goodbye, and then you can eventually help them out the door with the staff, and then we're going to wrap up with a few questions here, okay?
Thank you so much.
All righty, say wave goodbye to your awesome kid. Make sure they have their helmet and Sharpie, I need that pen. What do you need it for?
I just want to put a little dot on his bike.
Wait, what's that going to do?
Let him know it's his bike. They're all on the same bike.
You don't put the name tag on?
Yeah, but after they go to school with them, I want them to have a little
Oh,
spot.
this is just a regular pen. It won't show up, I don't think. Or what? Yeah, that's not going to work. That won't work. Or, yeah, that's not going to work.
That's cool.
Yeah. We'll figure out a way. All right, wave goodbye, wave goodbye. Thank you, Edna Runner. Give him a hand, give him a hand, give him a hand. Oh wait, I got a few more deep wrap-up questions.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Just a few more minutes, okay?
Yeah, do you mind if I just write something down?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I try to pull it all together because otherwise I can't talk about the emotional experience till the end. So I want to wrap it all. Are you cool with that, or do you want to get going? Oh, yeah, okay. All right, how cool was that, everybody? Awesome job being teams, working with your kids. Let's just take a few minutes now. There's so many neat things I want to talk about in the beginning of the program, but I can't because you got to have the surprise and the emotion in the kids. And yes, the kids are awesome, but they're also kind of metaphorically. Notice how your product changed, like with your customers or your members when you meet that person face to face. It's like when you meet your families at your club face to face. It changes everything, right? So that's kind of what we try to take with us back to your particular culture. So I got a couple questions here, a couple slides for you. As you know, we call this CSR, or social responsibility, or if we make it really simple, giving back. And I learned a lot through Beth, obviously. I know this association is huge on giving back. I'm a big fan of CSR because like this particular charity, I work with them all over the country. Actually, not only the charities, but some of the inner city schools. And you know what? A lot of times they depend on that certain budget every year, and those budgets are cut left and right. So my opinion is organizations, businesses, companies are really the bloodline and lifeline to keeping them operating. I've seen so many wonderful Edna-run organizations that go out of business because they don't have the funding. So my point is, my thing I'd love to do is when you have a meeting, if you can find a way to give back in some capacity, and I realize if the meeting's only an hour, maybe you can't fit it in. But if there's ways to do that throughout the quarter, throughout the year, find different organizations to support. There are many Edna runners out there that need help, all right? So giving back is a key. I got a great quote up here. You recognize that lady, Jane Goodall? You cannot get through a single day without having an impact on the world around you. What you do makes a difference, and what you have to decide is what kind of difference you want to make. What kind of difference do you want to make? And once again, if you really believe in giving back in the social responsibility culture, that's the thing you can be part of your blueprint that you actually do on a daily basis with families and thinking about how we're going to give back at our particular club. All right? All right, I call this bringing back. We're going to do one more debrief question, about 2 minutes, 3 simple questions, right? In your little group here. I learned, finish the sentence, one thing I will share with my team when I get back to my club is, and as a leader, it's my responsibility to et cetera, okay? So 3 kind of trigger questions, just real quickly, a little team huddle. And if you could just take about a minute or 2 to kind of bring some bringing back substance to your club, okay? I'm gonna give you about 2 minutes as a group. Last debrief question, and we're gonna wrap up, okay? So just give you about 2 minutes on that one, okay? I thought I was just building a bike. And then all of a sudden I realized there's an emotional connection. It's kind of like our members and our clients, and the whole experience changed, all right? So you know my style, how this works. We learn from each other. Is anyone willing to raise their hand real quick and share what you kind of talked about in your group, some of these questions? Or you may have something else that you want to share that you learned or talked about or that you want to bring back to your club. So a couple closing comments from you real quick. Right here, sir, yes.
I learned that the attitude changed when the kids actually showed up here.
Attitude change.